everybody. How's everybody doing? I have you all mute. You can say hi. You can unmute yourself and say hi if you want. Hi, Juliana. Okay, more people are joining. Joining. Okay, it's a bit bright. I'm going to see what it looks like if I close this blind a little bit. It's a little better. Maybe that's too dark. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I was like, Sue is joining. Did everyone get their kits? I know, yay. I know, unfortunately, there was one beauty that didn't get her kit, but there's Stephanie. How's everybody's morning going?
Not too bad.
Did you put the microphone on?
Hi.
Hello. Yeah, unmute yourself and say hello. Hi, Rini. Hi, Lexi Bean. Hi. Hi, gorgeous. Hi, so this is so cool. I've never done anything like this online before, and I've hosted like in-person Mallet workshops before. But what I love about this is I've got people from Edmonton, I've got people from Grand Prairie, I've got a lady from Terrace. There's someone joining from Michigan in the States.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so it's been really cool to kind of connect in a different way. You know, I think that it's been a bit of a challenge to feel like connected to people and really like in the
Isn't that the truth, eh?
yeah, so but I think this is a really cool like kind of different way to connect with people I might not normally connect with. Oh, there's Regina. Yay. Hi, Regina. Okay, we're just waiting for a couple more people I think are coming on. We'll give it till like 5.
And Joyce is technically challenged. She's been messaging me.
Oh, really? I saw she just joined. She just joined.
I pasted her link twice to her.
That's all good.
Hey, Geraldine.
Hello.
Joyce.
Geraldine. I had to,
Where is that?
I had to update my version of Zoom. I just did that like right as I was joining because it wasn't working.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I should be able to do your
Hey.
class. I know. I've been like, what is going on? It's so frustrating when you have these technical problems.
I know it's been a challenge. I'm getting new brain cells.
Yeah, good for you. That's amazing.
I think we all are.
Oh yeah.
And then killing them just as fast with all the alcohol.
Yes.
Yeah. Balance, baby. It's all good.
Yeah.
Very excited to make this.
So yeah, I'm really excited that you're all here. And oh, there's Joanne. Okay, so
I think it looks bigger.
it's I'm gonna wait till Joanne can hear here. It's Joanne's birthday today.
Oh, should we sing? We should sing to her later.
We should probably sing for her at some point.
Yeah, I think so.
Just joining right now. The first time I've actually hosted a Zoom meeting, you guys. I've been in a lot of Zoom meetings, but I've never hosted one before. So this is exciting.
This is really cool, Carol.
Yeah, I can see
I
all
love
your
it.
faces. All your beautiful faces. Hi, Brenda.
Look at
Hi.
your little kitchen there you got. I like
Oh yeah,
the
I don't think I did my dishes, so don't look too closely. Block it with my head.
It's all good.
Yeah, this is pretty much
Carol?
my whole house behind me. Yes?
Carol, so a couple things. One is when I was telling my kids that I was doing a workshop with my friend Carol, they both went, Carol Baskin? So now you are referred to as Carol Baskin.
That was amazing. I love it.
So pretty.
Hi, Joyce.
Hi, Jessica. Yay, all the way from Michigan, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so cool. Thanks for joining.
Thank you. Whoever was just talking, I love your dream catchers in the background. They're really pretty.
Oh,
That's
thanks.
Leah.
I'm so glad you noticed them and not all the other crap that's in here. It's kind of like my work, study, craft, /
Judgment-free zone.
vacuum.
Oh, yeah.
100%. Yeah. And the lovely Juliana, who's on the call today, actually makes beautiful dream catchers as well.
Oh, you do? That's awesome.
Unmute you, Juliana.
I love making them. They're just so like soothing.
Oh,
to
please
make.
post the link later. I want to see. I love them. I need one.
Juliana, show what you make too. We might as well just have a share sesh.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to take
No, I want to promote.
please.
all about supporting small businesses during this crazy time.
Yeah.
Been on a crafting frenzy, and I've got these like hoops.
Oh, isn't that pretty?
Hey.
Really
Oh, I like that.
And let me know. I'm doing open to trades, and if you want to buy one, cool. But yeah, I'm talking out the dream.
I definitely need one.
I have nothing cool to trade. I don't make anything exciting, but I buy.
Love it. Okay, so everyone can hear me okay? Technically, things are good. We're good. Thumbs up. Awesome. Okay. Okay, Joanne. Joanne's on now. Happy birthday, Joanne. It's Joanne's birthday today. So
Happy birthday, Joanne.
I feel like we should probably sing, right?
Okay, let's do
Everyone
it.
cool with that? Okay, I'm gonna unmute you all.
Me too.
Okay. All right, so Joanne, it's your birthday. Here's your birthday song. Ready?
Happy birthday to you.
Happy
birthday to you.
Happy birthday,
Dear Joanne.
Happy
Birthday to you. Oh, yay.
I got you on video.
Yay. Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us on your birthday. It's amazing.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm
It's a
going to
delight
mute
to
you all
be here.
again, but feel free to unmute yourself if you have something to say. Okay, so let's get started. So who is making a bracelet? Just wiggle your fingers. Okay, so most of you. Okay, and then we got a few making necklaces. Okay, cool. So the necklaces are going to take a little bit longer just because they're like 4 times the beads, and there's those little itty bitty beads in between. So you might finish a little bit after, and that's okay. We can do the meditation together if you're finished or not. So we'll probably try to hit the meditation at around, we want to end by 4-ish. So around like 3:40, we'll try to be kind of done-ish, the making of the malice. And if you're not done, that's okay. We can totally, yeah, you can finish it later on or whatever. But I think it would just be nice if we meditated together, because that'd be a good kind of vibe. Okay. Did everyone get the email with like the PDF with the instructions and everything? Yeah. Okay. Cool. And I know some of you have made malas before. Who's made a mala before? Yeah. Lexi, you were like my little mala making helper for so long. So it's a little tricky sometimes if you wanna. Oh, Rena says I see that now. Good. Because I have these little like mala making trays. I don't know if I can show you, but I have these little trays that I put all my beads on. But that's why I said grab like a towel or a placemat or something, just so you have a bit of space so the beads don't roll around. And I'll just mention before I forget that for your kits, I put a few extra beads in each kit, just in case you like drop one and it rolls under the stove or something, so that you can have enough beads still for your bracelet if you happen to lose one or two. So depending on the size that you are making, you kind of want to count the beads or kind of hold it up to your wrist and measure it, because it might be too big if you use all of the beads, just because I put a few extra in there. Does that make sense? Okay, cool. Okay, so I'll just start by giving you a little rundown of just how I started this business and how it became a thing. So I have been teaching yoga for It'll be 9 years this summer, which is crazy. And being in the yoga community, I saw a lot of people wearing these malas, and I got interested in what they meant and the stones and you know what the symbolism of them was. And I have a background in fine arts. I went to film school and like learned how to paint and all that stuff as well, and graphic design. So I'm always like, how can I make my own, or how can I like turn this into an arts and crafts project? So I decided to try and make my own malas, and I went to a gem show, like a traveling gem show that brought all these beautiful crystals and stones and beads and all these things, with another one of my friends who I'll shout out. She's not on the meeting, but she makes these really cool like crystal jewelry things. She's called The Jewel and the Dahlia on Instagram if you want to check her out. But so she was wanting to buy some crystals, so I went with her just to see all the pretty things, and I ended up buying like $500 worth of beads. And I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do with all these beads that I bought? So I have a thing for sparkly things. So I ended up just making a whole bunch of beaded jewelry, malas, and things like that as gifts. And then people started asking me like, oh, can you make one for my mom? Can you make one for my sister? Can you make one for my boyfriend? And I just started selling them. And it just kind of happened organically over time. I just kind of created this business. And so Shakti, if you're unfamiliar with Shakti, it's the creative feminine force of the universe that like creates the beauty and the creativity and the newness of the world. And who doesn't need a little bit of bling in their life? So that's what Shakti Bling kind of came from. And yeah, so I've been doing this business for just about 4 years now, which is crazy. Yeah. And then I started running workshops because I felt like we don't really gather enough. We don't get together enough as a culture generally. And I think there's a lot of power in women coming together and gathering and joining their skills and joining their energies and joining their passions and just being creative together and having fun. So I do bachelorette parties. We do like ladies' nights. Is Jennifer Scuds on here? Jennifer Scuds, are you on here? Oh, anyways, my friend Jennifer hosted like Carol Dean was there. Yeah, we did like a wine and mala making party, and it was really fun. So that's what I like to do. That's my passion, is like these gatherings. But it's really nice to be able to gather virtually as well in these times where we can't gather in person. So with your malas, whether you're making a mala bracelet or a mala necklace, you can use it to meditate. So we'll go over that later. Originally, malas were created back in India like 3,000 years ago as a sort of teaching tool that was given from a guru or a teacher to their student. And the word guru just means like light bringer. So I really believe that we are our own gurus a lot too. So when you make your mala, you can kind of think of it like your own internal wisdom is being imbued into this beautiful thing that you're making. And when you wear it, you can be reminded of that wisdom and that spirit and that intention. So I'd like to just start by maybe taking a moment. Every one of you has chosen a mala based on whether it's I am clear or I am truth or I am calm or I'm love or whatever it is, like something drew you to that set of stones, something drew you to maybe that word. So I want to take a moment and just close your eyes for a second. And we'll just start with a little mini meditation here. So you can sit up nice and tall and just get grounded and get still. I want you just to bring to mind, that word or that feeling that you want to create more of in your life. So if it's I am love, you're wanting to attract more love, maybe self-love, compassion. If it's strength or if it's calm, whatever it is that your word is that really drew you in the beginning. Just bring that word to mind. Take a long, deep breath in and fill your lungs from bottom to top. And exhale, open your mouth, let it go. Inhale, imagine that you're really bringing in that energy of that word through your inhale. And exhale, let out anything that's in the way of that. One more time, inhale, fill up. Exhale, purge, empty out. Just feel that word really resonating from the inside out. You know that it's not something that you get from the outside. It's not something that you get from a piece of jewelry or anything else. It's something that's always inside of you. And start to open up your eyes. And let's jump right in here. So does anyone have any questions about the handout? Did you have a chance to maybe look it over a little bit? Just kind of a preliminary little, thing about that. Okay. So if you're making a bracelet, it comes with a little elastic cord, and it's already pre-stretched. So when the cord comes on the loop thing, the spool, I guess, you have to stretch it first, because if you don't stretch it, when you make the bracelet, it'll start to loosen, and then the bracelet will be too big and loose. So I've pre-stretched them, but you might want to give it another little tug just to make sure that it didn't kind of go back to shape in transit. And I should have tied a little knot in the end already of it for you, so you can just double check that there's a little knot at the end of the elastic cord already. Okay. And I 100% am a fan of you letting your creativity lead you. And if you feel like you want to do a slightly different design or use the beads in different ways than was originally in the design, feel free. I've given you the supplies to make that same design, but if you want to mix it up, please do. So you always want to start your first bead. If you're making a bracelet, you want to start your first bead as the one next to a spacer. And you do that so that, so I can show you here on these, so this is the I Am Clear bracelet, okay? So I'm gonna find where I put the knot now. Yeah, so I put the knot right there. Can you see that? So that's where you start, and that's one of the little sparkly spacer bead things there. Okay, and then the bead kind of hides the knot. Can you see how it's kind of, sorry, it's not very clear, but you can see how it kind of gets hidden in there. Okay, so it's just a nice option if you don't want the knot to be visible. It's clear elastic, so it doesn't really matter if you can see it or not. It's not a big deal, but so if you want to kind of hide it, you can start either with a charm or something next to that. And then if the hole in the bead or the charm is big enough, you can actually insert the knot inside the bead afterwards so that you don't see it. So it's just a little design trick. Okay. And then if you're making a mala, so as in the diagram and the handout, you want to start at the back of the mala. So here I've got the I Am Clear mala again here. Okay, so you want to start at the back of the mala, and this is where your knot will be. So you can kind of see there's the knot of the thread at the very top. It's kind of hard to see there, but okay. So it starts like at the back, okay, and then you're going to do the first 54 beads. Okay, and then it's got the little itty bitty spacer beads in between each bead, the little silver ones. Okay, and then my preference for this is when I do the bigger beads as the spacers, I don't put little itty bitty beads between each one of those. You totally can if you want. I give you enough that if you want to have a bead between each one, you can. But for me, I think it looks nicer to just have those without the little itty bitty beads and only putting them between the smaller beads. And then the spacers kind of separate out the different colors, if that makes sense. And it's a little bit tricky to get the tassel on. So when those of you who are making necklaces are at the tassel part, just like unmute yourself, let me know, and I'll kind of walk you through a little bit of how to do that, just because it's a little tricky the first time you do it. Okay. So anatomy of a mala. Are you guys good to start? Do you feel confident to like start beading? You're good? Okay, please unmute yourself and ask any questions that you have. And while you guys are chugging along with your malas, I'll give you guys just a little bit of history and background on malas. So malas were originally given from the teacher to the student, the guru, and it was sort of like back in the day, like when people were learning yoga, you would kind of find your teacher, and you had to be kind of accepted by that teacher. They had to kind of take you on as a student. It wasn't like you just showed up at a class and you were instantly like taught like it is now. You kind of had to create this really special relationship with your guru or your teacher. And then once you became their student, you were kind of expected to stay with that guru and learn the lessons from that guru, and not go learn yoga or meditation anywhere else, but to stick with that one discipline. And so oftentimes the guru would give the students a mala, and malas were traditionally made with red ruksha seed. So I have a little red ruksha seed here. You can see what it looks like. This is a really big one. It's like I think this is maybe a 10 millimeter or 12 millimeter one. But they were traditionally like 8 millimeters-ish wide, which is the size of the bracelet beads. But these are seeds from the Bodhi tree. So it was believed that Buddha sat under the Bodhi tree and became enlightened. So the Bodhi tree became a sacred tree in India. And so they used the seeds of the Bodhi tree to make these malas. And so when the guru gave the student the mala, it was very much a teaching tool. So they would kind of put an intention of a mantra or of a lesson into the mala. And the word mala means garland. So it was like, in Hawaii when they give you the garlands, it's kind of ceremonial. So they would give their student the mala, and then they were expected to use it to meditate daily, or maybe more than once a day. It was almost like prescribed by the guru how often to meditate. And then you would use it until the mala broke. And then once the mala broke, it was believed that lesson was absorbed, and the mantra or the lesson was released from the mala. So nowadays, I feel like we wear malas a lot for adornment, and there's kind of a joke that you're not really a yogi until you have a mala bracelet or a necklace. But I find for me now, I really just trust. Usually when I'm drawn to a stone, or when I'm drawn to a particular crystal, or when I'm drawn to kind of where my malas, it's kind of eerie, because I will look up what the stones mean, or I'll kind of know in the back of my head what the stones mean, and then I'll be like, it's actually exactly what I needed right now. Or using them to meditate is a really cool thing that you can bring into your modern life as well. So I'll show you how to meditate once you have your mala done or almost done, so you can kind of get the feel for it as well. Yeah, I'm really big on going with your intuition too. So I feel like the malas that you chose today are all very intuitively based. And I feel like you guys will be really happy with your creations, and you might find that you needed it more than maybe you even thought, and just trusting your intuition to go with that particular bracelet or stone. It's really powerful. Joyce, you look like did you get your mala kit? Oh, there you are. Okay. I couldn't tell if you had it or not. It looked like you were filling. I couldn't tell if you'd. Okay, great. Okay, just checking. All right.
Carol,
Yes.
it's Sue. I have a question about the necklace.
Yes.
When you said you start at the center back of it, basically, so there is a knot in my thread already. Is that so?
Yeah.
I start based with those beads, threading them through the needle part. Is that correct?
Yeah, so anyone who's making a mala necklace should have got the little nylon cord and the little like plastic thingy with a knot already tied in the end. I pre measured it and tied it at the end for you. So
Okay.
that's what we were saying. And it's kind of cool. These threads that I order have like little wire needles already on the end of them, so you can add like a few beads onto it and then like pull it down. That's kind of how I do it because the needles are pretty long. So I'll put like 5 or 6 beads on and then pull them down, then 5 or 6 beads and then pull them down.
Okay, perfect. Because those little tiny ones are really tiny.
The tiny ones are really tiny. Yeah. I learned over time, I'm like, it's really good to have a magnifying like glasses because they're tiny. Yeah.
They're really tiny.
Yeah, and traditionally too, I should mention the little beads in between are really just symbolic of the knots. I find with the ones that I make, I like them to be a bit more like feminine and glamorous, so I use the little sparkly beads, but in the traditional malas, they would be hand knotted, so there'd be a knot in between each bead. And that was also symbolic of kind of like tethering or tying everything together. And then the tassel at the end represented all of the separate parts coming together to create a whole, which I really like as well. So the unity. And the number 108. So the reason why there's 108 beads on the traditional necklace, or we try to kind of use other numbers that are like that will divide into 108 or that are multiples of 108 for the bracelets, is because 108 is considered a sacred number in India, and there's a lot of really cool reasons why. Like it has to do with like the distance from the sun to the earth and the earth to the moon and the circumference of the earth and all these different things in nature. There's 108 sacred sites in India. There's lots of different reasons why 108. You can Google it. It's really cool, like the numerology of it. But my favorite one is kind of more the idea of the numbers 108. So the 1 is like the individual, the 0 is kind of like the whole or the unity, and then the 8 is like infinity. So it's like the 1 coming together to create the whole, which I think is kind of cool. Like we're all part of something greater, and we can come together and be even more wonderful as a unit.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Oh, and Rini, I meant to message you, but I'll just tell you now. I'm going to unmute you here in case you have a question. So since you're making more than one mala, I gave you the black thread that has, it's like a whole piece. So normally I would have cut it in half. But instead of doing that, I just gave you the whole thread. So instead of cutting it and then, because then you'll lose the needle, just do your first black stringed, like your black tassel mala, with the extra long piece, and then when you get to the end, snip it off, and then you'll still have the needle attached to the second half of your thread, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Does that make sense? Okay,
Totally.
cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, I meant to message you and let you know that
Yeah, no problem.
I did that, but I figured you'd figure it out.
Yeah, got it.
Okay, but yeah, let me know if you have any problems.
Okay.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah, Charlotte.
A question about how to get the knots to stick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good question. For the bracelet?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can kind of show you. So there's something called a surgeon's knot. I'll see if I can kind of show you with this piece of cord here. So there's a diagram of it in the handout, but basically it's like you do a regular like overhand knot, like you would like that. Okay. Like just like you would do a regular knot. And then you take the end and you just put it like underneath a second time. So it's just like kind of double looping it.
Okay.
Okay. And then you'll do one regular overhand knot on top of that, so that it's kind of like that. Okay. And then you'll pull it super, super duper tight. sometimes I even use needle nose pliers or something to like really get it tight. You don't have to, but and I find if I have like lotion on my hands too, it's really tough. So you might want to wash your hands and dry them, because otherwise it's like slippery in your fingers. I've made that mistake before too. So yeah. Carol Roche, do you want to say something?
Mute myself here.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah, hi.
Yeah, so is there like, do you have to put, I know just because when we were tying knots and suturing and stuff, we had to put one like right over left or left over right. Is there any certain direct, like does one side have to go over first?
I don't know, I've never really paid attention. I think we just tie them all the same way.
Oh, all the same direction?
But
okay, because there's like
you know what?
knot, you know how a reef knot, and then there was a granny knot in Girl Guides and stuff, how it was
totally
one
I'm no knot expert. That's the only one I found like actually keeps the tight. So
I'm just gonna wing it.
If you have a better knot, like I'm totally open to feedback. But yeah, that one I find stays. And then if you have a piece of or a bottle of like pure nail polish, or I use an epoxy. I'll show you what I use here. That I just order from my bead store.
Epoxy.
Yeah, I use this stuff. It's called GH cement or something like that. GS hypo cement. Oh, it's really bright, but you can kind of see.
Okay.
That's what I use. And what I like about it is it's got like a really tiny little tip on it. So it's easy to get in there. So that's just something I order online, but you don't have to do that. You can use like a little drop of crazy glue. Just be careful not to glue your fingers together, which
we got a little drop of epoxy, Michael.
Or a little drop of clear nail polish. And you don't absolutely have to do that. I just like to do that because I find the knot won't unravel. They're a little hard to get unknotted anyways, as long as you tie them really, really tight, but it's just an extra step to make it even more strong.
Hi, Carol. It's Brenda.
Hi, Brenda.
I have just tied it. I've just tied it off, but I'm finding that it's not staying tight.
Okay. Yeah, that's where I would, even if you have like needle nose pliers or something, to like really pull the ends.
Okay.
You mean like the knot isn't staying?
Yeah, it's not staying tight at all. Yeah.
Yeah. That's probably the trickiest part of
untying itself.
Yeah. Did you do the surgeon's knot with the double under and all that?
I did.
Okay.
Mine's not holding either, really. But I'll keep.
Yeah, it's a bit tricky. Like once you get the hang of it. And
Carol. Sorry, just a question before I tie it. How many extra beads are you supposed to have?
I gave you like 2 or 3 extra ones.
So do you measure it before you tie the knot, kind of thing, with your wrist?
Yeah, that's what I would recommend. Just kind of put it around and see, because you might find that, like, I like my bracelets to hang like a little loose. Like I don't like them super tight. So even though I'm a medium, sometimes I'll throw on an extra bead just so it's a bit looser. So yeah, I would just kind of measure it. Yeah.
Carol.
Yeah, Juliana.
Do you do so? It's a double for the under, and then is it a single on the top?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I found holds the best.
Yeah, I'm finding that it's not staying.
Mine's not either.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to show me kind of what it looks like? And I wish I could come over there and tie it for you.
Would that not, it might be like a little bit of a drive.
Yeah.
Well, I did the surgeon's knot, and it's just, but I find that it's just undoing itself. So yeah. So at that point, would I do the epoxy, or would I do the glue or whatever?
You could try. Just putting a bit of glue on there might at least get it tacky enough to kind of stick to itself. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
You could try that, but what I found too is like it's pretty crazy how tight you have to tie it. Like,
so it won't break.
It shouldn't break. I've pre-stretched it, and then you can reef on it pretty hard without it breaking. And I did give you, I think everyone should have at least got 1 extra piece of cord in their kits. Yeah. So just in case it does break for any reason, I stuck an extra piece of cord in there. So you can always
a couple extra knots on that final knot, and it seems to be pretty solid.
Nice. Yeah. Right on. Yeah, so I find that's kind of the biggest learning curve is getting the knot tied properly in the elastic cord. It can be a little weird sometimes, but.
Do you mind showing that knot again? I just got to that point.
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks.
So I'll just show it on this because it's a bit easier to see than clear elastic. Okay, so you just do like a regular overhand knot like that. Okay.
Yep.
And then you'll just go under again. Same one. So it's kind of like a. Can you see that? It's kind of like a double under. Okay, and then you'll pull that one really tight.
Okay.
As tight as you can. And then you'll just tie another overhead knot on top of that. So that so this is what it looks like when it's not tied tight. So it's like double loop on the bottom, single loop on the top.
Okay.
Okay, and then you tie it super tight. I find sometimes too the elastic cord can be a little slippery. So yeah, like if you have needle nose pliers, or if you even have something like I don't know, yeah, like if your hands, like if you have any oil on your hands or anything like that, like yeah, if you can't get a good grip on it, to really tie it, like to really get it tight, it won't stay. It'll just kind of unravel itself. So the tighter you can get it, the more it'll stay. That makes sense.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, you're still unmuted. We just hear Carol in the background. Shit. Okay, I'm gonna mute you again, but you unmute yourself and mute it. How's it going? Is everyone's cord long enough? Did I cut the cord long enough? You guys finding it's okay?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, mine is, but it just, I was really tight, and then I put it on my wrist and it just all fell apart again.
Oh no.
Okay, I'll just keep trying.
Okay.
I'm going to be here till Tuesday doing the necklace, so.
Yeah, it takes a bit of time. It takes a bit of time, no worries.
Brenda, I heard you laugh. I can't see you, but I heard you.
I am laughing, Sue. I really am. I'll call you later and see how far you've gotten.
You need to come from last week
the
and
knot,
help me, girlfriend.
like right there.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just having a hard time with the knot. That, you know, I'm pretty crafty, but this is kicking my butt at this point.
Yeah, I definitely found mine wouldn't stay unless I put that crazy glue kind of stuff on it.
Okay.
Doesn't melt it.
Oh, and we had Marilyn just join us too. Marilyn Carl, or is this yeah? No, I'm trying to admit her. Oh, okay, it's not working.
Carol?
Yes.
I just want to say, like, I was trying to tie over top of the knot before, and then I just like went back from the knot, and then it was easier to do. So if that's easier for people to tie it, and then just the double and like go as tight as possible, and then again, like you said, because yeah, we had to tie over top of the little knot that you put, and that was not working.
Oh, okay, yeah, cool.
I don't have a minute option, which is better, but this is. Oh, you can bother me.
Okay, Carol, can you show us your rope knot tying again?
Yeah, sure.
I just want to make sure that I've got this, like, because it's not happening.
Okay, so you do it like a normal little knot.
Okay, so.
Okay, so one time.
Got this, so yeah, so I'm doing it like this, like a normal knot, okay?
Yeah,
yep.
And then you'll just go the same direction through again. Okay. So that it's kind of double under like that. Okay, and then you'll pull that tight.
All right, so I'm wondering, like, yeah, okay, so you've got two pieces, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to go cross them over as if you're going to like tie a knot.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
And then loop it under again, the same direction.
And then just loop one piece under again?
Yeah.
Or just one piece under?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see what you're doing. That looks good.
So then you've got this.
Yeah, perfect. And so
Okay.
get that kind of tight.
All right.
And that's the tricky part because it kind of wants to like slip around and do its thing. And then put another single overhead knot on top of that. Just
on top of that.
Knot,
okay.
And then tie it as tight as you can. And then it should stay.
Okay. I'm going to give it a whirl.
Okay. Let me know how it goes.
I look like I'm drinking like a really big bottle of wine or something, but I swear this is just Perrier water.
Yeah. She's just chugging it out of the bottle. Like.
I wish I was drinking a really big bottle of wine right now.
Yeah.
And next time, guys, like, what are you thinking? Where's your wine? Bring it. Sunday
I actually contemplated opening a bottle of wine right before this, and I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be judged for drinking it too long.
No, Lexi's got her wine there. That's great.
Yeah, I had it in advance.
No, seriously. I was about to open a Chardonnay.
Amazing.
After this, I'll tell you.
Yeah, so good.
These spaces are so tiny.
That's awesome.
Were you being a little ambitious, Sue?
Might have been, Brenda, yes. And I can see you now. I figured out the display to get you. So I don't know if you can see me, but I'm waving.
I can see you.
Oh, good. Brenda and I have been friends for 40 years.
Oh, I love
this is our way of doing something together.
Yes.
It was her birthday last week. So
happy belated birthday. Who else had a birthday in the last like little bit? Anybody like another April baby?
Yes, that's me. April 20.
April 20, yeah. Carol Roche, yeah. Carol Senior had a birthday.
oh, lots of Aprils.
Mhm.
March, yeah, that's right. Just at the end of March, yeah. Right on.
You just touch it.
Cool. Yeah. My birthday's in November, which is like one of the most depressing months ever. I don't want to do anything.
Hopefully we'll be past all the isolation and physical distancing by then.
Let's hope so. We'll just have a big combo party for all the people who had spring and summer birthdays that couldn't have a party.
Carol, what day in November? I'm a November baby too.
Ooh, I'm 8th.
Oh, my husband's the 9th actually.
Oh yeah.
I'm the 24th. So you're a Scorpio.
Yes.
Yeah.
Watch out. I'm really manipulative and vindictive and all the scary things.
Well, I've been married to one for 28 years, so
Yeah.
I got you Scorpios figured out.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah, so you'd be Sagittarius then?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. Okay, how's it going, you guys? Going good? Lexi's got
I think I actually got
polish
this
out.
started.
Looks like you're done. That's sweet. Yeah, girl.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I've already done that.
well, I'm going to show you something.
I'm soliciting some help
You got
here.
some help from Mike there, Carol?
Yeah, he's gonna burn it.
Hi, Mike.
Oh,
Oh, that's Steph.
okay. Sure, you could try
Yeah,
that.
just a
I don't know
little
if it'll melt. Well, I guess
It should melt.
Well, you know what? You
Yeah.
have a second cord, so you know,
Yeah.
worst case scenario, the house burns down, but don't worry about it.
Good.
He's burning and gluing now.
I love it. I love the bad solutions. Like, I have tools. Give it to me. I'll fix it.
Carol, is Rosie there? Can you show us Rosie? Carol has a puppy.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure. She's sleeping, but I can show it to her. Yeah. Hang on.
Oh, you don't have to wake her up. It's okay. I was just curious if she was there.
And then necklace people, when you're halfway, let me know and we'll do a little quick tutorial on the doing.
Oh, look how cute.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, she's so cute. Hi, Rosie.
Rosie, who are these guys? Say hi.
Is she a Yorkie?
Yeah, she's a Yorkie.
Nelson's here too now.
Oh, is Nelson there? Aw. Oh, Nelson. Oh, I can't see Nelson. I've got a different panel of
That's
people.
Stephanie over there?
Yeah, Stephanie's here. Carol Dean. Carol, yeah.
Yeah, if you go to gallery view, you should be able to see everybody.
My little Yorkie poo.
369. Oh,
Yeah, there's
Carol Dean.
Lily.
Oh, look at Rosie.
Oh my goodness,
Oh,
I
it's like
like
a-
dog too.
Oh, look
And then we've got, the Rajas have their babies
my
too.
God.
Oh, it's showing.
Hi, Rajas, by the way. Good to
Oh,
see you
there's,
guys.
there's Nelson.
Oh, Candace. Candace.
Yeah, we got the whole Raja crew.
Oh, cool. All right, I just have to scroll. There we go.
Okay, this will never come undone.
Carol, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
How when you cut off the ends, how much do you leave on usually so it doesn't?
I try to cut it right to the end. Like,
Oh, you really do, eh?
Yeah, as close to the end as possible. I have little itty bitty scissors. Like,
If you've got the glue on there, you figure it's going to stick. And
Yeah, I glue it first, or I glue it and then I cut the extra off.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
And then, yeah, you want to give it like, I don't know, a few minutes to dry. My epoxy dries really fast. I don't know if you're using a different type of glue, it might take a bit longer, but just try not like stretching it too much until the glue's kind of dry, and then it should be okay. And then you'll do mallet people and necklace people. We'll do the same overhand kind of surgeon's knot, or at least I do, to finish tying the mallet at the top as well. And the nylon cord will relax a tiny bit, so try to get the knot as tight as possible for a necklace as well.
So Carol,
keep sliding around. Yeah. Oh, look at you! Yay!
So it was burned with a little bit of you know, those like barbecue lighters.
Oh yeah.
Just a little touch, and then glued on top, and it seems to. I'm not going to stretch it, but it seems to be the help. You know,
that.
That little burning thing, and then, yeah.
Oh,
anyway,
Sweet.
for what
Who's
it's
done their
worth.
bracelet? Anyone else done their bracelet already? I think Hazel, you were done yet.
Orange little bee.
Brianna, I love it.
I'm done this
Good
one
size.
too.
Everyone had enough beads.
Oh, Trent, that looks great.
Brenda
I
got
haven't
it.
cut any of the
Yay.
things off yet though, but yeah.
Nice, you got it. Sweet. Okay.
And does it fit your wrist, Brenda?
It does.
Good.
Ta-da!
Love. Okay.
Oh, shoot.
Right on.
It's okay.
And then
Anybody else making a necklace? How are you making out? Because I feel like I'm very slow.
that's okay. It's like a meditation on its own. Like, actually, I find when I'm stringing a mala, if I don't pay attention, like I'll forget a bead or I'll put them in the wrong order or something. And so for me, it's like actually doing it is a meditation on its own. You have to be really present. So
I feel that I will appreciate it so much more when it's done.
totally. I'm just gonna refill my water bottle, you guys. I'll be right back. Put real pants on today, you guys. They're actual pants.
Whoa.
Special occasion for you guys.
Wait, you guys are wearing pants?
Right? Everything's like waist up, so you could just be in your PJs or your nothing.
Done.
That's awesome. So yeah, just a quick note on the caring for your mala. So after you make it, I would recommend, I don't wear mine like in the shower or swimming or anything like that. I find that the pewter pieces will tarnish quicker if you get them wet. So try avoiding getting it wet. I did, I have swam within the lake and I've, gotten them wet a little bit, but I would say try to avoid it if possible. And if you do get it wet, just kind of dry it off so that it doesn't tarnish. And and it also helps the longevity of the elastic cord too, I find. And if you're going to wear it every day, it may begin to stretch out eventually. I have malas that I made years ago when I first started my business, and they've gotten a little bit loose. Like, it's a natural thing for the elastic cord to kind of loosen a bit. So that's one of the reasons I also gave you guys an extra elastic cord. So if you wanted to restring it at some point, if it does stretch out a little bit, you can, but it shouldn't for quite a while. Yeah, depending on how often you wear it, etc. You guys having fun?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I've made mine 3 times now.
Oh, yeah?
I'm changing my design.
Oh, nice. Mixing it up a little. You're doing the healthy, right? Is that the one you're doing?
I am
healthy. Oh, you're doing truthful. Oh, no, that's healthy. Oh, yeah, I like that. That looks great. Nice one. Yeah, I like the.
That looks really nice.
Yeah, I like the kind of alternating of the amethyst and the clear quartz. It's good.
Mm-hmm. No, I think it's too big. Shoot.
Yeah, a little trial and error.
That's okay. I can make it again.
My dog is now on the table with me.
That's helpful.
Very helpful, yeah.
Yeah, so in terms of crystal healing too, I don't know how familiar you are with crystal healing, but I know just enough to be dangerous. I don't know like a lot about it, but I like to research stones and find out different ways to use them in the house and different ways to charge them and stuff like that. So with your crystals, I would say if there's a full moon, you can leave your mala out on a windowsill or something, and the full moon energy is known to charge the crystals. So when we say charge the crystals, crystals will pick up energies, and they'll pick up, kind of energies of other people and anything that you might have going on. And then to charge your crystals is just to kind of like purify them and make the properties of them kind of more potent again. So you can put the crystals out in the moonlight on a full moon night to charge. They also say, I think if you put them in like salt water, you can charge them as well that way. And clear quartz, I think it's clear quartz and citrine are two crystals you don't have to charge. I don't know. Juliana, you probably know lots about crystals too. Is it clear quartz and citrine that don't need to be charged, or that like charge other stones?
I don't really know.
Okay. I was just like, Juliana's savvy with this stuff. Maybe she'll know.
I think selenite is like a super neutral.
Yes.
But
yeah, selenite's really cool too. Yeah. Yeah, I've got these selenite wands that I bought at the gem show. I'll show you one here. Yeah, it's a selenite too. It's like a big honker.
Nice.
Yeah.
I have one of those. It's cool.
Yeah. So I leave these are meant for I think protection and purification of your space too. So I leave these in my windowsills. And they said you can put them under your bed, and it's supposed to like help you sleep and all this stuff. So yeah. But anyone who has clear quartz in their mala too, it's known to like charge and amplify the effects of the stones around it as well. Or if you even just have like a chunk of clear quartz, you can like, put your mala next to it, and it'll work too. Yeah. Oh yeah, Rajas has selenite too. Yeah. Which was selenite? Oh.
I was gonna ask you quick.
Yeah.
We had 3 strings, but we broke 2.
Oh.
We have 2, so we might have to. Do you think we could get another one?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So
I
we got
should have put extra ones in there.
That's okay. We probably shouldn't have pulled so hard, I guess. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, for sure. I could drop you off another cord.
No worries. But the one worked really good. So.
Okay, great.
No worries.
I should have put 4 in there because you're making two bracelets, right? I only did 3.
3, yeah.
Oh shoot, sorry, that was my bad. I should have put an extra one in there.
It's 50-50 whether you would have even needed it, right? Yeah.
Fair.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
We'll grab
I can hook you up with some more cord. Yeah.
Yeah, whenever. Okay.
Sweet. I'm gonna unmute you there, Rini. Are you halfway there?
Yeah, I'm halfway.
You're at 54? Okay, great, awesome. So I'll show you, and this is for any mala people, you can, or necklace people, you can kind of watch this. Let me just grab a tassel here so I can kind of show you guys how to do it.
Dropped the first one.
What's that?
I dropped one of the spacers somewhere. That's all right.
Oh yeah, I gave you lots of extra ones. There's probably at least 10 extra ones in each little baggie of the little tiny beads, because I've dropped so many, and they vaporize, like they disappear, like literally. I don't know where they go. Like I find them almost daily on my floor, and I'm like, where did this come from? Okay, so just find a tassel here. Do with this blue one. Okay, so for instance, so this, I'll just show you on the clear one. So what that'll look like. So see how there's, and I would recommend, see how I've got like a few, sorry, it's blurry, but there's a few little tiny spacers in there. I put about like 2 or 3. 3 is always kind of a nice number to use before the spacer and then the guru bead. So, and that just makes it so that you don't see the thread. Because if you were to go straight from this bead to the guru bead, you kind of like see the thread in the, if that makes sense, like in the angle, the way that it works. So yeah, so I'd recommend putting like a few of the little tiny beads and then your charm and the crystal and whatever else you're doing. So when you get, so you'll get your 3 little spacer beads on, and then I'll just use this little labradorite bead to show you guys. So,
are you using a charm after the 3 spacers or not yet?
Yeah, you can. Again, that's a design thing, that's up to you. Some of them I use charms, some of them I don't. But if you're wanting to like exactly like the design, then yeah, you'll put the charm first. And then your next bead. Okay, so you'll go through the top of the bead. Okay, so that's the needle going through the top of the bead.
Yeah.
And then you'll go any other like beads that you want to put on there, charms, however you want to do it. And then you'll thread like through the little loop on the tassel.
Is the crystal after?
Before.
Yeah. I put it now?
Yeah, put it now.
Okay.
You're doing the I'm clear, right? Is that the one you're doing right now? Okay.
Yeah. Oops.
So you'll get the little clear quartz on there.
Go through. Okay. Yep.
Okay. Okay, so you should have the charm, the aura quartz, and then the clear quartz. Is that right?
Yes.
You want it the exact same. Okay, cool. And then, so once the tassel is on, then you'll go kind of back up through the bead.
Quartz?
Yeah, so back up through the quartz, back up through the bead.
Back up through everything, really?
Yeah, back up through everything. Okay, you can kind of see that on the screen maybe. Okay. So you'll be going through the tassel and then back up through the bead, back up through the quartz, back up through
Okay.
the charm.
See if I can remember that by the time I get there.
Yeah, yeah, you can just wave me as well.
Okay.
And then you'll put 3
I'm
more.
paying attention as well, Sue.
Okay.
Perfect. And then you'll go with the neck, like 3 more of the little tiny beads, and then you can just continue on with the second half of the 54.
Well, that just made it super exciting.
It's always kind of fun when you get the tassel on. It's like, looks like it's coming together. Awesome. How's everyone else doing? We all good?
You betcha.
Sweet.
I have a question, Carol.
Yeah.
How many is too many?
There's never too many. Exactly. You should see my collection.
I bet you must have so many.
Oh my God. I gave a few away just because I had so many, but I probably have like 50 or something.
And they're all just so beautiful.
Mhm.
Like whenever I see a display of them, I'm just like, I just want them all.
I know they're so addicting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can we see a display of them now while we're waiting?
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
I'll show you my collection. It's like, hold on one sec. So I don't have them like displayed on a thing or anything, but this is my collection of all of them that I have. And this one I actually got from Candice Raja. She gave me this. They're like fuzzy.
Oh.
And I love them. Yeah, she got them in Hawaii, and I don't know what they are, but they look like pussy willow things, kind of, and they're like soft. Like they feel like pussy willows. It's so cool. But yeah, it's one of my favorites. Yeah, they're fun. Yeah, and this one I got with Lexi. Do you remember these things, Lexi? Yeah, it was a thrift store bracelet that we took apart and made things out of.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah. And then I got like really little tiny beads. These ones are just 4 millimeters. Let's take a test.
Oh, wow.
Where do you get most of your beads?
I ordered from a company called Fine Gems Canada. And they're awesome. Yeah. It's a little more expensive than if you were going to order from like China or something, but they're Canadian. They're in Ontario and or out east, maybe Montreal. Anyway, yeah. And they're like, their customer service is so good. And yeah, their selection's great. And then sometimes I go and I buy like this little stone I got in Nelson. It's like a little chrysocolla geode thing. There's a little geode in there.
It's pretty.
So I'll get things on my travels and find them, or find them at thrift stores or what have you.
Where in Nelson did you get that?
Love of Shiva.
I love that store so
Oh.
much. Has anyone else been there? If you ever go to Nelson, Love of Shiva is just the greatest store.
Yeah, it's yeah. I just know that I'm gonna lose like at least $100 when I walk into it.
Yeah,
I just go in prepared to spend money because it's so good, and it's not very expensive. Like actually, you get quite a lot, like pre-made, like jewelry and stuff. It's actually really quite cheap. I got this ring actually at Love of Shiva as well. This little circle ring. It was like $15 or something, and it's silver. So there you go, Nelson, Love of Shiva. Highly recommend. We used to have one in Kelowna actually. Do you guys remember that? When there was Love of Shiva, it was right next to, or it was where Denenzi's Pizza is now.
Really?
It was Love of Shiva. Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that.
Oh, I do remember that.
Yeah, like when I first moved to Kelowna, like over probably like 10 years ago. I love that Carol Dean's got her rollers in. She's just getting ready for the day. You love it. I just washed my hair. It's still wet.
Yeah, that's why I did it, because otherwise it'll go crazy.
Your hair is getting so long, Carol. I don't think I've ever seen it that long.
Oh, it's stupid long. I need a haircut. It's like
gorgeous though.
Like cover my boobies with it.
Oh my God, it's so long.
Yeah, it's stupid long.
Oh, I love it. I think it looks fantastic. You're
Yeah. Just don't look too. My split ends have split ends, you guys. Like, just don't look too close. It's not that nice. Close up. Okay. Any other questions? How are we doing? Good.
Working away.
Okay. How's Virginia? I know you're doing the double wrapper, right? Or did you decide to do 2 separate ones?
I'm doing 2 separate ones.
Nice.
Yeah, I started cheating a little bit yesterday and practicing putting it all together and trying different things.
Ooh, nice.
So, but I'm still like recreating the design. Like I've got one of them, the first one is done, and then I'm just working on the second one now.
Nice.
I love it.
Cool. Love. How about let's go around. Do you guys want to do a little like group sharing? I think it'd be nice if we went around and just like everyone share like the best thing or the most fun thing that they've done in the last like 3 days. Can we do that? Can we have a little share? Okay. Can we start with and you don't have to if you don't want to, but Becky, can we start with you? Yeah.
Super. Probably the best thing was my daughter and my grandson came over.
Nice.
They've been staying home. We've been staying home, so we had them over for dinner. So that would be one of my best things. Yeah.
Love it. Thank you. Looks like Hazel stepped away. So let's go to Charlotte. What's the best thing you've done in the last 3 days?
We since quarantine we've been trying out a sourdough starter, and
I saw that on your Facebook.
We had everything from like a doorstop, like terrible, all the way to finally yesterday we had our first 2 like amazing, fluffy, delicious loaves. So yeah, that was the best thing. We got it to work.
Yeah, that's so awesome. I know it's been on my list of things to do too.
Yeah, it's
fun. I love sourdough.
Rewarding for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you. Okay, Juliana. I unmuted you.
Oh, that's a really good question. I went to visit my grandma from a distance yesterday, so that was nice.
Nice.
And I've just been kind of a hermit the last few days, to be honest, but I've got a major renovation happening in my house. So that's keeping me busy with tradesmen coming in and out. So I keep a bra on.
Yeah.
Joggers.
Nice. Yeah.
That's about it.
Love it.
Thank you. I love this.
Yeah. No, thanks for joining us. Okay. Carol Dean.
The most fun thing I did in the last couple of days is I cheated on the social distancing, and well, we still stayed apart, but I went for a walk down to Mission Creek with my old work wife. I hadn't seen her in about a month.
Oh, nice.
And, yeah, and I hadn't even driven across the bridge in about 6 weeks.
Oh, wow.
So it was like, hey, I know how to drive still, and I got to go down to Mission Creek. It was lovely.
Love it. I know I feel that way too sometimes. I'm like, it's like weird to be in a car almost, because I just like walk to the grocery store by my house and walk home, and that's pretty much all I do. But yeah, it's like exciting because it's a car ride. Woo!
I still got the same tank of gas that I had 6 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Hey, Mother Earth.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Giving Mother Earth a little breather. That's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Geraldine. Okay, Hazel's back. So we're just sharing, Hazel, what we've done for fun, or what's been the most fun thing that we've done in the last 3 days.
You mean besides your workshop?
Yes.
I guess that another really fun thing I enjoy, well, 2 things. They do bingo tunes online, just like Zoom. There's 100 people on Zoom, and you follow Under the Bee, listen for this song, and if you have it, you have to do like interactives, and you have to like dance to get like different squares. I never win, but it's really fun.
What? I didn't even know this was a thing. That sounds so fun.
Yeah, it's from Edmonton. It's like a bar called On the Rocks, you know? They do a theme every night, and now the guy does it online, and you get to watch people have different costumes on and that they would never wear to the bar on a Monday night, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah,
that's so fun.
And I'm actually embarking, hopefully, on a new journey to move to Kelowna in the next month.
Woo! Yeah. That's exciting.
Yeah.
Yay. Yeah, K-Town.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yay. Well, yeah.
Lexi's got the biggest smile on her face.
What's that, sorry?
I said Lexi has the biggest smile on her face because we're going to be roommates.
Oh, yes. That's amazing. So good. Sweet. Okay. Thanks, girl. Okay, Leah, you're up. Oh, sorry, I think I muted you back.
Okay. What has been fun? Well, not in the last 3 days, but in the last like week, I sold my first yoga, like I make yoga meditation pillows. And I sold one of those and one of my yoga bolsters, which I've been sewing and making for the last little while. So that was really exciting too.
That's awesome. Yeah, Leah's My Shining Heart on Instagram. Is that right? My Shining Heart?
Yeah.
Is that how you say it? Yeah.
It's, yeah.
You can follow her and all her creations.
Yeah. So that was just super exciting because I'd been kind of like dreaming up getting those made up, and this has been giving me a lot of extra time to work on my sewing and stuff, obviously with not working, and so that was really exciting. And just doing lots of hiking, getting out and hiking.
Yeah, we're so
in nature.
Good, nice weather. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
Thanks, Leah. Okay, Rajas. For some reason, I can't unmute you. It's not letting me do it. You have to unmute yourself. There you go.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
What have we done that's exciting in the last few days? Oh, everyone's been doing final exams here.
Oh.
That's
fun.
The final tomorrow.
Woohoo! Yeah, girl.
Final.
Sweet. That's awesome. I miss you guys.
I know. We miss you too.
Good to see you. Awesome. Well, good luck on your final.
Thanks,
Love it. Oh, it looks so good. Nice.
This is the one I made on our first class.
Oh, yeah.
I think I have a type.
I think so. I love it. Cute. Okay, thanks, Candace. Okay, Brenda, you're up. You have to unmute yourself. It's not letting me do it for some reason. I don't know why. Just click your little.
Okay, there, I've clicked my little microphone.
You got it.
What have I been doing? Let's see. I've been, same as Leah, I've been doing some sewing. I've been sewing masks and scrub caps and scrub bags for Frontline.
Love.
So I've been selling some of that stuff as well. And then the other thing is just this class, which is great, that Sue signed us up for, which was awesome.
So good.
Other than that, it's just been like hankering down at home and just self-isolating, and that's about it.
Yep. Right on. Cool. Thanks, Brenda. Okay, Virginia. What's the most fun thing you've done in the last few days?
Snuggled my sweet Bubba, my boyfriend. We didn't really, we were keeping quite a bit of, we don't live together, and so we were keeping quite a bit of social distance for the last month. I work from home, and I have been for 4 or 5 years, so working from home is familiar to me. So I'm not very exposed to a lot of other people if I don't want to be, but his work is more frontline still and more essential service. So we were doing a lot of like staying far away from each other and wearing masks. And then we just kind of like relaxed it slightly in the last week, and we're getting to hug each other and cuddle. So that's like super thrilling. So I have a bit more oxytocin in my system in the last week, and I feel a bit better than I did for the first month of quarantine. Yeah.
It's pretty crazy how like
Hey,
it's such a big difference.
Hey,
hello.
Hi. Yeah, it affects I realized like we're both physical touch love language people, so we're very snuggly and hand-holdy, and so when that suddenly like isn't there, or you have to be very like hyper vigilant about it all the time, it really affects things. So hopefully BC's headed in the right direction with our numbers, and we can continue to snuggle in the weeks to come.
Yeah, totally. I know. I feel like once this is all over, I just want to have a giant like snuggle sleepover with all.
I know, with like everyone in Kelowna. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. A huge cuddle party.
Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, look good, Charlotte.
Yeah, it's all done with the
tree. Love it.
My 3 kids are needing me, so I'm probably gonna have to tap out. But lovely connecting with everybody.
Oh, sounds good.
Yeah. Take care.
Thanks for coming, Charlotte.
Yeah, you bet.
Okay. Bye, love.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Sue, your turn.
Well, I was going to say I went for a hike up Knox Mountain the other day with a friend, socially distancing. That was like a nice thing to get back up, but I'm actually at the halfway point on my mala necklace. So I think that's the exciting thing so far. Yeah,
right there.
I think I did it.
Oh, no, look at that. That's great. Good work.
Yeah.
That's
So
the
I think
icon, right? Yeah. Cool.
I'm excited.
Looks super
and
good.
the necklace I chose was I am calm, so I'm staying calm for it.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Looks great. Thank you. All right, Reenie. Reenie 2. Oh, sorry. Oh, you're muted. There we go. Okay, try.
That it may seem silly, but it was just having like using my little propane barbecue or fire pit thing on my balcony, roasting marshmallows with my kids. Like it was just, it just seems so nice to do that.
Yeah.
It's kind of strange that that's a highlight, but it really is. It might be
Yeah.
any other time as well, but it was right now.
Yeah. Well, it's like the small things really right now, hey? That are so great. Like, yeah, I was FaceTiming with a buddy of mine, and we're both like big thrift store shoppers, and we're like, I can't wait till like Village opens again. Like it's like the little things, you know, that you kind of forget that are good. But yeah, that's awesome. Thanks, Reenie. Okay, Steph. You have to unmute yourself.
Okay, I'm unmuted. I was thinking probably just, I made chocolate chip cookies the other day and I haven't baked in a while, so that was good. So we've been watching a lot of movies and then we had chocolate chip cookies to eat while we were watching movies.
Sweet.
And then I realized my significant other was disproportionately excited about the chocolate chip cookies. And I was like, why are you so happy about this? And I realized it's because normally when I bake, I'll take like at least half of it to work with me and share it with my coworkers. And he knew that wasn't going to happen. He was going to get like all the cookies. They weren't leaving the house. So yeah, he was very, very happy about that. And had a lot of chocolate chip cookies in the past day and a half. So I'd say, yeah, that's probably the most exciting thing that's happened around here in the last 3 days.
Yeah, it's been fun to like dive in because I love to cook and I love to bake, but it's never been a priority. Like I'm always running around teaching a bunch of yoga classes and doing the things, and yeah, it's been really nice to kind of dig back deep into that, like cooking and just like have time to do that. And yeah, I've definitely indulged my sweet tooth with like brownies and muffins and cookies and
all the
things. I try to give them away as much as I can, but and then I end up eating most of it myself. But
I was going to give you some of these ones when you were delivering too. So
sweet. No, I don't need any more baked goods. I'm sure they're delicious. But I gotta rein it in.
Well, it's good to know it's not just me though, because yeah, for sure that amount of delicious baked goods has gone up for sure. I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it. Thanks, Steph. Okay, let's go to Carol Roche. To unmute yourself.
Hello? Yeah.
Hello.
Can you hear me? Hi.
Hi.
So besides doing this is exciting for me. I guess I'd have to say spending so much time with our new puppy. Yeah, so we just have so much joy with her. She is quite challenging because she's very tiny and we have to keep our eye on her and make sure she doesn't zip away on us. But yeah, getting lots of exercise with her and just, yeah, learning how to be a puppy mom again. So it's been great. Yeah.
She's so cute.
Yeah, she's fun.
I love that. I know I was thinking about covert. I'm not allowed to have pets in my building, but I was thinking about like covertly fostering a dog or something. Just like
Yeah.
feel.
Well, we haven't had a dog for a long time. We lost so many that I didn't think we were going to get one. So we did get one after, I think, 7 years of being dogless. And anyway, we have her now. So that's awesome. Yeah. We got her in the nick of time just before this all started.
Yeah, totally. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Okay, Joanne, other than it's your birthday today, what other good news do you have? You have to unmute yourself. For some reason, it's not letting me do it. There you go.
Oh yeah, no, it's been a great day because I've been walking with my friends, which I used to take my border collie all the time. So I've carried on. I lost my border collie, 16 years old in September, but I carried on walking. So that's been a godsend to, keep some structure with, so I've been able to walk. So they had a nice coffee and we had to get together after the walk. And then I met some girlfriends and went for a bike ride, and we came back and had a lunch, and then we were on to yoga. So this workshop. So it's been a great day. Wow. So I'm very grateful. It makes you, realize that, how important community is and friends are. And yeah, my bubble is very small. I was saying to people, I've been spending a lot of time with myself, and I think I'm ready to file for divorce.
Yeah.
Everybody says, "Oh, this will be a good time for you to get to know yourself better." I'm thinking, okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
I know enough now.
I know.
I miss all that community. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Yeah, we're communal creatures. I think it's very weird to not gather, but what can you do? And here we are, kind of gathering, so that's good. Cool. Thanks, Joanne. Okay, Regina, you get to unmute yourself there, girl. There you go.
Does that work?
Yeah. Regina's joining us from Vancouver. She's a wonderful yoga teacher in Vancouver that I had the pleasure of meeting last summer.
Oh man, I miss teaching yoga so much. It's not the same teaching online.
Energetically
I feel like I've lost my legs. I've tried teaching a couple yoga classes, and it's not the same as like being there in physical space with people.
Yeah.
So that's so challenging for me. But a really exciting thing that I did in the last little bit was I learned how to ride a motorcycle.
Oh, what? That's amazing. That's super exciting.
Yeah, I bought a motorcycle probably in December, and I was like intending on writing my exams now, but obviously it's not happening. But I've taken it out for the first time and gone solo, and I'm really excited to get on the road. So
fun.
Yeah.
What kind of motorbike?
It's a Ninja 250.
Okay, it's a little zippy thing. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Lex rides motorbikes too.
Really? Of course she does.
Of course she does.
We go on big motorcycle trips together.
Heck yeah. I'll just chase you on my bicycle. Right up, you guys. Right up.
One of my best friends really wants a scooter, so we're just gonna like ride around on a scooter in the city and a motorcycle.
I love it.
Yeah.
So good. Is your roommate joining later?
No, I don't know where she is. That's where I was trying to find her. I hope she's okay. Like I just woke up this morning and she was gone, and I didn't have a message from her or anything. So
that's random.
Yeah, really random, because she's normally here all the time. So I'm not sure what happened there.
So crazy. Keep me posted.
I know.
She reappears.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a quarantine cutie.
What's that?
I said maybe there's a quarantine cutie. That's why she's missing.
Maybe.
Oh my God. Yeah, we've definitely had conversations about that.
I know dating's hard enough, and now we're in quarantine. Like, oh God.
Oh my God. How do we date right now?
How do you date regularly, let alone now? I don't even know.
I know. It's just not happening. We're dating ourselves, which is probably what we need to do. So
yeah, I'm a really good date, actually. I'm pretty sweet. Good.
Yeah. It's like after this, I don't know how I'm going to be with other people.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, am I going to remember how to interact with people? I don't know. We'll see.
No.
Cool. Thanks, girl. I'm really glad you made it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is it Kesha or Keisha? Keisha? Cool. Awesome.
Honestly, not a whole lot. I live really close to a ravine, so I've had nightly walks in the evening when the sun sets, and just 2 hour walks, just chilling by myself.
That's
It
awesome.
sounds sad, but it's really not.
No, I totally agree. I'm a solo explorer sometimes too. It's really like healing. Yeah, that's cool. And you live in Edmonton, right? Downtown?
Yeah. And the weather's been so nice too, so that helps.
Yeah. Awesome. Love it. Cool. Thanks, girl. Thanks for coming. All right, Lexi Bean, unmute yourself there, chica.
Hey. So,
hey. Hi, Mama.
I'm back. So yeah, it's finally in Grand Prairie here too. So we've just been like able to sit out on the deck and have barbecues and play cards.
Get some sunshine.
Yeah.
And our geese are back and our ducks are back. So we get to see those trips across the lawn. So that's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah. Super exciting.
Grand Prairie.
Yeah.
Go GP.
Yeah.
Love it. Cool. Thanks for coming, you guys. All right, and Joyce, you're the last one.
Oh,
go ahead. I've unmuted you.
You did it. I have been just kind of fixing up. I have moved in here a couple months ago, so doing lots of work, getting moved in. So I decided to fix up the patio, clean it up, do a little gardening, and now I have a coffee place. So I'm pretty happy about that.
Love. Yeah, it's nice to have the opportunity. I have a lot of friends who own small businesses, and since they're closed, they're just renovating, and you know, kind of gives us that little pause to maybe do things that we wouldn't normally have a chance to do. So
lots of projects. There's always something, isn't there? Yeah.
There's always something. Yeah. I decided to take up watercolor painting, so I just did my first watercolor painting today.
Oh,
just for fun. Yeah, it's poppy. But yeah, so we get to try new things, which is kind of fun. So that's good. Okay, awesome. Well, we're at the 3:30 mark. How's everybody doing? Rini, it looks like you're done. Your first one. Yay! So you'll just tie it at the top the same way you would tie a bracelet. So with the same surgeon's knot. So you'll go like the double under, and then tie that tightly, and then a single one on top and tie that. And so with the necklaces, sometimes I put a couple extra overhead knots too, just to make it extra secure. And then if you have a bit of glue or nail polish, you can pop it on the knot as well. Okay, so if you're not quite done your mallet necklace yet, that's okay. But I'd like to do a little meditation with you guys if you're ready. Cool. So when you're using your mallet to meditate, I'll show you with this necklace. You want to kind of hold the mala between your like your middle finger and your thumb. They say that the index finger represents the Atman or the ego. So you want to avoid your index finger because you want to be more connected to spirit rather than ego when you're doing this. So, and you'll start at, on a mala necklace, it's like you start just above the tassel of the guru bead. If you're using a bracelet, it doesn't really matter where you start, but if there's like a charm on it, I would say like start at one of the charms. You can choose that to be your guru bead if you want. And then you just kind of know where to start again. So they say do 108 iterations of your meditation. You can choose a mantra, or so the word mantra means mind protect. And so when you're reciting your mantra, it's so that your mind doesn't wander. It protects your mind from being distracted or hooked in other directions to other thoughts. So you can choose a mantra. One of the ones that I find really good, I think I put it in your handout, but it's just so hum, and it's a Sanskrit mantra that just means I am that. So I find that would be a really kind of appropriate one to do for this, since we have the different meanings like I am clear, I am strong, I'm truthful. So you can choose that as your mantra, as in like I am calm, I am love, I am truthful, I'm strong, whatever it is that you've chosen as your bracelet or your necklace. And And then as you say that over and over again, it's like so hum, and it becomes I am that I am. So it's this recognition that, you know, the things that we want to have more of in our life, we already are that. It's already within us. It's just a matter of uncovering it rather than, you know, reaching out and getting it from outside. It's always within us already, and it's just a matter of bringing it out. And in one of the 8 limbs of Ashtanga yoga is santosha. So santosha is just contentment without needing to receive it from outside sources. It's just an inner contentment. So yeah, so there's that. Sometimes people just will count the beads, you know, just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sometimes if you have just a word, so if you don't want to use soham, you could just say, you know, calm, 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 peace, 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 love, 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 and just really bring that, you know, it's like words and sounds have vibration, and they will kind of affect the body and the mind when you say things, whether you're saying them out loud or to yourself. It's like the experiment that they did on water. It was like the Mr. Emoto. I don't know if you've heard of that, but they did an experiment with water, and they had a group of people kind of send like negative thoughts at the water, and then they put it under a microscope and they looked at the crystals of the water, and it was very like disjointed and kind of chaotic. And then they did the same experiment with people like saying or like thinking positive things at the water, and then the crystals were like really beautiful and well organized and kind of artistic. So it's interesting, you know, because we're mostly made of water. So it's really interesting to see what happens on a cellular level when we say kind things to ourselves versus saying negative things. So I truly believe in mantra and in intention and in affirmation and all those things. I think it has an effect on us for sure. Yeah. So I was thinking we could just do like 108 iterations together of our word. So whether you just want to say the word to yourself, or whether you want to say the word so hum or the mantra so hum to yourself, you can do that. So anyone have any questions about that, about the meditation? So you want to hold your mala, whether it's your bracelet or your necklace, just between your middle finger and thumb. Okay, and then as you do that, you pull the beads towards you. Okay, and then you'll count or say your mantra or do whatever feels right to you, and you'll go all the way around. And then once you reach the other side, it's said to be a respect thing to your guru, that if you want to continue meditating, you don't have to stop at 108. You could keep going if you wanted to, but not to just like go around and keep going. It said that you're overstepping your guru if you go over the guru bead. So you just want to turn the mala around and go back the other way. It's just a traditional kind of nod to the student-guru relationship. Does that make sense? That's good. Okay. Cool. So I think we'll have time to do 108 iterations. We can do that together. So if you're not quite done your necklace yet, that's okay. You can just use the beads that you have, or you could just say it in your head. You don't have to use the beads. But when we start using our mala, you want to do what's called activating it. So you can just even like hold it in your hand, and just think about what you want to manifest, or think about your highest intentions for this meditation, for this time in your life, whatever it is that you want to bring more of, maybe something you want to let go of. Making space by releasing something and bringing in something new. You can take your mala in your hand, or just sit quietly with the mala nearby, and it'll still get the good vibes. Sit up nice and tall. You can choose to close your eyes here if you want, or you can look at your mala while you do this. It's up to you. And just take a couple long, slow, deep breaths. In and out through your nose. feeling your sits bones on the chair or wherever you are in your home, just really getting connected to the earth underneath you and the support of the earth. Just noticing any tension in your shoulders and your jaw. Can you release that? Maybe rolling your shoulders a couple of times. Just letting your jaw go slack. Relax your tongue inside your mouth. Let the space around your eyes soften. And just gently pull the pit of your belly in and up so that you've got a nice support for your low back as you extend a little longer through your spine. And start to see that word or that phrase in your mind. I am calm, I am love, I am strong, I am grounded. Whatever melody you chose or whatever resonates with you right now. Holding your mala in your hands, start to pull the beads towards you. Say, so hum with each bead. I am that. So hum. So hum. So hum. You can say it out loud if that feels right to you, or you can just say it quietly to yourself, pulling each bead towards you with each iteration of the mantra. So hum. So hum. So hum. So hum. I am that I am. I am that. Just keep breathing, pulling the beads towards you. And when you come to a spacer bead, just bring yourself back to presence. If your mind has wandered, that's what the spacer beads are there for. Just a little present moment reminder. And continue on. So hum, so hum. As you pull the beads closer to you, around and around. You can't do this wrong. So just relax into this. Just be a healing, calming practice here. So hum, so hum, so hum. If you've got a bracelet, you might go around the bracelet a few times here. Perfect. Breathing and relaxing. Your mind wanders, just come back to the mantra, come back to what's happening right now in this moment. So I am that. Feel the word really sinking into every cell. Feel every part of you begin to light up and glow with the energy of that word, that phrase. Like wiping off dirt from a headlight on your car. Just knowing that the light is always within. Sometimes we just have to uncover it. Once you've completed your 108-ish iterations of your meditation, you can just bring your mala into your hands, put your mala, just close your mala up in your palms and bring your palms in front of your heart. Just feel the warmth of your hands pressing together. Press your thumbs right into your sternum and feel the power of your heartbeat. Feel your breath moving effortlessly in and out through your nose. And take your hands from your heart center to your forehead center, connecting your deepest heart's desires with your highest intentions, connecting heart chakra, third eye chakra. Your intuition is strong. Trust your intuition. And take another deep breath in here together. Deep breath out. We say namaste. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to unmute you all. So, any final questions or comments or?
Thank you very much, Carol. This was awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome. My pleasure.
A bracelet.
Yes. Yeah, this was so much fun, you guys. I really enjoyed that.
I think everybody should hold their bracelet up.
Yeah, I put your creations up. Let's share.
My roommate finally showed up.
Hey, oh yeah. Here, that's awesome. I want to get my phone and take a picture of the screen. I don't know where I put my phone. Hold on, 1 second. Take a picture of you, please. Holding up your beautiful malas. Yay! Yay! I love it. One more. Beauties.
Nice.
Yes, so good. I love it. Yeah, this was really special, you guys. Thanks so much for joining and from near and far. So lovely.
Carol.
Carol.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for doing this, Carol. It's so good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Hey, everyone.
And if anyone wants free yoga, I teach a free yoga class on Saturdays with the Women's Place. It's every Saturday at 10, like Pacific time. And it's just if you go to their Facebook page, so TWP Fitness, and just, yeah, if you have Facebook, you just go on there and there's a live stream class every Saturday at 10. So you can join in.
Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday.
Yeah, you as well. Happy Sunday.
Thank you.
And I'll send you guys the recording as well, just for fun if you want to refer to it. Okay.
Bye, Steph.
So good to see all your beautiful faces. I miss you guys.
Thanks, Carol.
You too. Talk to you soon.
Ciao.
Bye.
Bye, Lexi Bean.
I mean,
bye.
Ciao, Bella.
Ciao, Bellas.
Bye-bye.
Bye. I don't want to end. I'm going to wait till you guys all leave. I don't want to hang up on you. Okay. What's your roommate's name?
Sophie.
Sophie, we missed you, Sophie.
Let's see here. Oh, she just said that one of her beads is broken.
Broken? Oh no.
Oh, it just has 2 holes in it. It's so strange.
Oh, what? That's so weird. I should have thrown a couple extras in there. So there might be an extra one that you could replace it with.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm gonna teach you after. But yeah, I was gonna see if you wanted to chat now or when you wanted to chat about the Moonway stuff.
Oh yeah. Let me end this and I'll start another call that we can chat.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Thanks for coming. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. See you soon.
Okay. Ciao.